Well, they've been hyped all tournament.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's great. It's a lot of fun to hear them and see them, you know, come in here, really want to perform well, and that's why you do the, you know, that's why you do it. That's what makes this fun.
Yeah, so just going back to the homework that I was mentioning, so for Extenzy, they have to stop the aggression from Celebe for sure, because Celebe plays really aggressive when they're playing Blacklist. And when it comes to Global Risk, Celebe doesn't play aggressive. They actually play default really well, and they hold it down. So for Extenzy, they have another homework to break through the defense of Celebe.
All right, early push out a long way here for Celebe. Meanwhile, it's more of a B-sided hit, and that's an opening kill there on Dodola in the long A. So that's a good pick there to kind of stall up Celebe. We do have a deep mid push here from LDX underneath all the way almost into the BL spawn. Silva still waiting with that AWM, and he has gotten in here. Not sure if he's been detected or not. It's hard to say for sure. But for now, nobody is seemingly trying to aggress towards LDX.
Yeah, that early pickoff onto Dola, that hurts for Celebe, but at the same time, they did allow a player to post up out on A long, so that gives them enough information to push out mid towards mid, where LDX is actually holding down next to the box, sitting down, lurking a little bit. At the same time, Shady just playing around the smoke, checking out the angles here, and he might be able to spot out a player here if he just plays a little bit more slower.
And he can kind of bait a bit here for LDX, get some damage into twos in, and that is exactly what happened. LDX able to trade in there. Now Shady did get taken out himself, but LDX is good for two. Can he find a third? No, he cannot. GDSZ is going to shut him down, and it is now a 3-2 favor in Extenzy's direction. However, one of their players very, very weak here. You can see Eagle. Oh, what a snipe there. And he has taken Lucas out, so now it is all on to Rambo. An extraordinary player, of course, and AWM, a lot of work to do.
At least Rambo kind of has a sense that these players are going to be rotating out from towards B, so he's going to be looking down towards middle with an AWM. If he finds a kill with just 52 seconds remaining onto the clock, he's going to be able to bring it down to 2 versus 1, and at the same time, maybe clutch this one out, but we'll have to see what happens. And Eagles just going to be crossing towards mid here to toss the bomb away, and now the aggression is onto A site. Rambo doesn't know the players were on top of him, actually.
He might have just heard a footstep there or something, but he's going to see it. You can, of course, shoot through that if you want, but he is trying to keep his position revealed. He gets the first one. Can he find the second? They drop down on top of him. A good exchange there for the side of Extenzy, and they are going to take the first round here against Celebe. The early pick, enough damage here to kind of snowball around in Extenzy's favor, even though Celebe set up a nice little bait and switch in mid. At the end of the day, Extenzy really handled himself well.
It was a very well-needed round for Extenzy to open things up, as they are the underdogs coming into this match. And Dola, realizing what he has done last round didn't work out for him, is going to be playing a little bit more safe here with the smokes out. He's going to be using that smoke to cover himself up to find an angle to get into. And now Rambo is going to be taking some pot shots into the smoke. Doesn't land anything. The nades are going to be coming through as well.
Yeah, just looking for the crossing player, seeing if we can get a little bit lucky with the timing. It did not happen, so instead it's kind of utility being traded. Another smoke is committed for the side of Celebe to continue to delay at this B site, but so far both teams playing a little bit more passive here in this second round.
Yeah, I do see default setups coming out from both teams, just smoking some angles off and flashbangs going thrown to some angles as well to possibly blind a player out and see if they can rotate through there. But looks like the stack is going to be towards A for Extenzy. They did drop the C4 though, so it looks like it's going to be, they're just testing the water out. They're just checking the water.
Yeah, this could very well, you know, just be a feint attempt. If they can get this opening pick, they might push through, and they do get it. So now they can wrap their player around, but still, we got Lucas good for a 1. Is he going to be good for 2? He is. Finds the headshot. And can he get a third? He readjusts. He is going to get some help here from Shady. They are going to wipe the majority of Extenzy's forces out. So it is all on to Silva. And C4, like you mentioned earlier, Bench, still sitting near the spawn.
Still sitting right on top of spawn. And that 3K basically decimated the aggression of Extenzy and really well traded out by Celebe. And now it's going to be all on to Silva. And the Dream is still alive, 1 versus 3. The C4 is going to get picked up anytime soon, but the timer is a little choking on to him for just about 40 seconds remaining. He does retrieve the C4, going to be running towards A site. Looks like as the rest of the Celebe players are going to be posted up towards mid. So A site is open, as though there's a player that is still looking towards A, just kind of going back and forth, testing the waters, checking out who's coming in. Rambo. Let's see if he gets spotted out or not. So Silva is going to be posting up towards site. The C4 ready to be planted.
I like that Silva switched over to his M4 here instead of the AWM, realizing that that's their option. But Rambo just came to life as soon as he started to hear the C4 being planted, and that's an easy defuse and an easy win for the side of Celebe. A good adjustment here on their part to, have some just kind of static defenses. They didn't get aggressive this round. They didn't try anything cheeky, and they were able to really just hold their angles.
I mean, had Extenzy conserved their utilities a little bit more, they were using it earlier onto the rounds, maybe Silva could have smoked off the window there and possibly get the bomb down and reposition himself into a better angle instead of getting bombed off right away. But Lucas is going to be taken down to half HP as Tuzen is going to be putting some bullets into his faces. And now Rambo with an arm, just checking out those windows, testing if anyone's coming through, and GDSZ and VNC is going to be going through underpass to post out towards middle.
Even though Tuzin was flashed up, he was able to at least return a little bit of damage for the exchange. Now, Extenzy, thinking about mid, it looks like they're going to put up a smoke at the door. This may just be a crossover into Cat, or just, kind of just buying themselves a little bit of time to decide what they want to do, make sure there's no further aggression from the side of Celebe. We know, because we can see the map, there isn't. So indeed, it is a cross into Cat.
I mean, in a map that is consisted of 2x2, then you have to take control of mid, because you can rotate A, you can rotate B all you want, and you can shake down the players on global risk. And now it looks like Extenzy they might even push deeper into the middle instead of going towards catwalk towards A or catwalk towards B, because if they take control of the spawn of global risk, that's a nice headshot coming in from Lucas. A big kill to open things up. That does hold off the aggression, and now they have to do it. Rambo with an arm shot as well. That's going to be 2 kills onto Extenzy.
Yeah, Lucas pops up and over. He has just been absolutely filthy with that AK. Now he is taken down, but Rambo found Tuzin on the backside. Eagle, the only one left here for Extenzy. And just absolutely filthy AK shots at Rambo. Yeah, just trying to buy some time at this window. No reason to die unnecessarily here. Gets him back up, and he's got it. Shady is going to get the final kill. And that is going to get Celebe very hyped up. Another solid defensive round. Yeah,
the problem with is that the barrels are too long, and if you post yourself up too close to the wall, the barrel actually sticks out to the wall. So that gave the cue for Celebe to take the pot shot at. And looks like the rounds are going to be 2-2-1, so Celebe definitely leading this one out. Dola having a rough day today, not being able to take a kill here, but Rambo's going to step up his game hard.
I think he did enough the other day.
But Silva,
he's allowed a bad game. Yeah, Silva got a big opening kill though onto Rambo, so winning that sniper battle, and that's an important moment here. As Rambo, one of those superstar players for Celebe, gets taken down outside of B, and now the forces of Celebe begin to drift in the B direction. A few still watching long A as they're not too sure if anybody's pushed out theirs. They don't have that information. Let's see what this execute is going to look like here from Extenzy. Dola now trying to reposition, feel the pressure. There's going to be another great shot from Silva, taking down Shady. BNC trying to get in, but it's Lucas again with another headshot. Dola's going to start spraying through the doors. They can hear the players coming through. The plant is going to come down, and now it is going to be a really difficult retake for the side of Celebe. You've got a long flanked out player in Eagle waiting with his AWM, pushing around the corner. LEX got one, but Tuzin able to trade it down. Coming in around up through the window is Dola, and he's good for it. There you go. There's Dola coming to life. Lucas has got to win this battle. He does. All of a sudden, it's just Tuzin, and he's gone. And there's going to be plenty of time for that C4 defuse.
Lucas with a heavy clutch. Dola equalized the player numbers out in some way, somehow. Extenzy, they just couldn't hold off the site. They were supposed to look at different angles, and it looks like 2 players were looking at the same angle, and that basically allowed Lucas to turn back around and, stab Extenzy in the back.
And it pulled Eagle in from his kind of counter lurk position. And that timing got him caught. So, yeah, just Celebe so good right now. Some grenades traded at long A, some grenade traded at long B. Everybody's just kind of trying to buy a little bit of space, seeing what they can get away with.
Yeah, those nades will definitely chop out some HP if they land right, as Rambo did take a bit of damage. I don't know if that was from the nade or the wall bangs, but we'll see what happens. Lucas just going to be casually looking down towards the site here. So this time around, Celebe realizes that maybe posting out A long is too risky, as the rounds are still in favor of Celebe. So they just decide to play backwards. And here, towards close A on top of the site. And for B as well, they're just going to be posting up a single player. That's going to be Rambo with an arm, so they can pressure down mid if Extenzy decides to delve in towards middle even stronger.
Yeah, I like what Celebe play. The way Celebe plays, it's set up for fast rotations on their defense a lot of times. Like, early on, they were spreading out, going for the default, like you mentioned, but I think they're adjusting right now. They're trying to play more of a reactive style, as Extenzy's executes have been pretty decent, but their post-plant so far a little bit lacking at times from what we've seen today.
So
yeah, go ahead.
So Celebe realizes that no utilities has been thrown towards A side, so they're going to be posting up 2 players towards B side to support them. Shady almost catching BDFC, sprays down, but it's Eagles too quick to take the kill, making the kill count easily going up. And now GDSC with the arms just going to be looking out towards the window here, just jumping up and down.
Felt a little over-aggressive there from Shady. That was a bit of a wide peak, a bit of an ego peek there. Still GDSC, still, you know, crouch peeking on the box and just checking out what's going on. And I think you've got just the one AWM, okay? They had to.
Just a single AWM.
Yeah.
The timer ticking down towards 30 seconds mark here, and now they have to make their move into the side. Dola holding in. He's gonna be running and gets a kill, almost making that second one, chunking down the HP down. Lucas now holding on to the side, takes a headshot, but gets straight out by Eagles.
Yeah, I mean, Lucas has been really good with these headshots, but this time around, they're able to clear him out. Oh,
Ooh.
Rambo.
Knife him.
Knife him. Oh, okay, fine, that's fine. Oh, the turn, and he still gets the double, and LDX is good for the cleanup. Rambo so patient and is able to find 2 off the back of that. A great reaction on that second quick scope, and that is going to net Celebe a 4th round.
Rambo does not miss his shots. He never whips. I think we've seen him land those quick scopes, no scopes even yesterday, onto the other players as well. But that will put Extenzy in a very uncomfortable spot as they are losing 4 rounds straight almost after picking up that first round pretty swiftly, I believe.
Well, it's funny because Extenzy's trying to set up for counter lurks, and they're just getting picked apart on the backside of them. I mean, I guess Celebe is just too smart. Their timings are too good. They're doing a phenomenal job of dissecting Extenzy's post plant.
So for Extenzy to play counter lurk, they have to get their shots on point. The whole point of counter lurk is to find a player that's lurking on the enemy team and get through, but it looks like the setups are coming through towards B side from Extenzy. So Rambo has the arm. Once again, just going to be looking down towards the windows, and now Extenzy has to move in. The rotation is coming through. Yeah,
the site is wide open this time, so Celebe showing a bit of a different look, not playing anybody on point. Extenzy has to use this moment to clear angles, to check, to throw some utility. So a very different positioning here from Celebe so far. Gives Extenzy a delayed plant. Finally, it is going to be able to be put down. Rambo trying to be a little bit cagey on the outside of that window there. Eagled out. Wide on the outside, gets flashed, has to pull back, switch to the pistol as the push here from Celebe is coming through. Lucas is going to find GDSZ, but not ready for Eagle in the cubby, and he's going to find 2 before finally he's taken down. A nice double kill here. Might have given Extenzy an opportunity. I take it back. It's a big double kill here. Rambo gets 1. Lucas finally shut down. A 2v1. Tuzin is going to find a double kill of his own, and Rambo's gone. Tuzin gets a triple and gets a second round in Extenzy's hands.
That was a well-deserved clutch. They really needed it to equalize things out. The rounds are going to be 4-2 though, as Extenzy is now finally showing some effort to step things back to the game here. Now, that post plant was a lot better than the past 5 rounds, I would say.
It was. And I mean, it still took heroics from Tuzin, but it was a little bit cleaner, I would agree. A little bit of damage here done to VNC. Celebe getting aggressive on a lot of different angles. They're trying to sneak LDX in underneath here again. Let's see if Extenzy's going to remember.
That's going to be a tough one for Extenzy. LDX has taken 2 kills in that same spot, and that wasn't... I don't know. LDX might be able to pull off something crazy here as he does hear the players dropping down. He's waiting patiently. The Trigger Discipline is coming through, and now Extenzy is going to also be looking towards A as well. LDX doesn't. That's the Trigger Discipline I was talking about. He's going to finally take the kill, though.
Oh, they all just strike at the same time. Oh, unbelievable. Unbelievable, dude. Look at the way they set this up. I mean, they just completely had Extenzy this round.
Oh, yeah, they read Extenzy like a book, and Silva's going to be taken up by Dola as well, so that's going to be 1 swift round for Celebe, so it's going to be put down to 5-2 with just 2 rounds remaining on this first half.
Yeah, they're just kind of toying with their food here. I think there might be a tactical pause. I mean, they're just... The way they set up these plays is just amazing. I mean, they, you know, Extenzy wasn't really ready. Oh, we're not taking attack pause. I
Yeah,
take
it's
it
not
back.
attack pause.
When we show that guy, it's usually because he's holding up a card that says attack pause.
It's either attack or tech, so it's one of the two, but it didn't happen. It was a third choice this time. But for Celebe, I thought, honestly, they were going to be playing default here and there every single round to not reveal their tactics, but it looks like they pulled out that cheeky card out of their knapsack to secure that round.
Yeah, it seems like something they're going to be willing to do to push aggressively on the extremities of the map to set up LDX for that push into mid, Shady, and then tries to play bait through mid doors, and then, if they're controlling the, to make it worse, that time they didn't lose anybody in the opening, so they were able to just really rip Extenzy apart. All right, let's see how this one, let's see if they can find something a little bit.
So Extenzy definitely a little disappointed on their past 5 rounds. Looks like they're going to be playing slow. I hope this doesn't kill their spirit to go aggressive, because as a Blacklist, you have to go aggressive, but Lucas is going to be finding the opening with the VNC. He's going to be falling right back as he takes the kill here. Looks like the sniper also taking a bunch of damage. Silva down to just about 10 HP, looks like.
Lucas is on 15 kills now.
Oh yeah, Lucas is playing out of his mind.
He's insane right now.
And even for Dola, who had a slow start, is going to be on 50-50, 4 kills, 4 deaths. So that's
that's fine. I mean, if Lucas is just running him over every round, I mean, he's got 3 rounds of kills by himself. Then that's great. Everybody else is happy to just kind of do their part. If they can evenly trade and you got one of your players popping off like that, GG. You basically won the map.
Yeah, you basically won the map like that, and just 40 seconds remaining. Extenzy now has to really decide which site they want to go in. It looks like it's going to be A. They're going to be sending Eagles out towards long A to go for the duel here. Silva, you can't miss those. Takes out the pistol, takes the kill. That's an opening onto the site. And now LDX has to rotate in towards A as well to hold on. But the bomb is going to get planted, and that will allow plenty of time for Extenzy to actually go for a setup here.
Yeah, but they caught a player in mid. LDX gets taken down by GDSZ, so this time the counter lurk is good. An aggressive push out cat pays dividends here for the side of Extenzy. GDSZ, oh god, I thought he had grenade in hand there for a second. He was almost taken out. Comes Lucas down under. Lucas is absolutely cracked out of his damn mind right now. There's a double for Dola. Lucas getting in on the action. Tuzan's not ready for the drop down. And Celebe, they were at a man disadvantage, and they still are able to get the retake and the defuse.
The timings on Celebe is so perfect that Lucas goes out, takes a kill, so rest of the Extenzy has to look towards Lucas, and Dola just pops out right after. Not even delaying like 3 seconds. It was like almost like a 0.5 second delay. Dola pops out, takes the 2 kills, and now Tuzan just couldn't react to that jump down from the window. And now attack pulse is coming in from Extenzy, realizing what they have done. They just have a single round left in this first half, and yeah, they have to take this to even have a chance in going into the second half.
Yeah, and they're probably talking about the second half, how they want it to look as well, right? Like, this is a good opportunity to say, okay, what are we going to dial up for this final round? They probably got a set play that they've worked up in the books, and then how are we going to approach our half? Because right now we're getting trucked. It's not going great, and this is scary for all the other teams, because we've seen that Ankara is a phenomenal map for Extenzy, and now we're seeing Black Widow is also a phenomenal map. So you can't ban them out.
You cannot ban them out, and talking about the rounds, going into the second half 6-3 makes you feel a lot more comfortable compared to going into second half at 7-2. Because if you lose 3 rounds straight, the game is done there. But if you're going into the second half at 6-3, you do have a couple more chips in your hand, so you can wager bets a little bit more.
I like that. There you go. You guys have been hitting up the casino, so
I haven't been. I was getting my rest.
The reference? Oh, yeah, sure.
Shout out to my boys over there in the analyst desk.
Your brotherhood, yeah, all right.
Brotherhood.
It's, I like the way they're playing overall for Celebe, of course. It's just, like you were saying, the synergy, the kind of coordination is really insane for them. Like, they're so well rehearsed. Whoever's making shot calls for them, they just understand how to do things. It's like they can count things down, 1, 2, 3, go, and they all do it at the same time. They're getting a little bit aggressive into long A. The B push from Rambo got stalled up, so he has to wait this out.
So this is what players usually do when they play Black Widow is on Global Risk, they will toss out a couple nades, toss a couple smokes to hold on to the early aggression of Blacklists. So they're going to be doing that, and they're going to be falling back right away, realizing the push isn't coming through. And now Extenzy posting up towards B side, realizing that A just didn't work out last round. It was terrifying for Extenzy. So They're going to be setting up towards B. Looks like they still do have a couple smokes left in their hands, almost 4 actually.
Same kind of defense we saw the last time Extenzy tried to do a 5-man push on a B, where, Celebe just let him have it and then just, picked him apart throughout it. I mean, granted, Extenzy's defense, Eagle, down through long, going to get shady all the way across the map. A really nice shot there. Cross-map snipe is going to help out a lot here, and they're going to use this opportunity to make the push. A lot of Flash has got a lot of them. Dola's going to try to sneak underneath. He's going to get underneath the windows, gets behind the box. Let's see, they didn't note anybody on this side first. Another good flash. It's everybody on Extenzy, and they have to wait this out.
Yeah, these flashes are definitely burning the top for Extenzy here, and now Dola repositions himself to a better spot. Tuzen actually gets an opening onto LDX, and now Dola, I think he's been revealed as he took the pot shot there. And now VNC does jump check, and I think he spotted out Dola here. VNC going in, goes for the shots, and takes Dola down to super low HP. And now Eagles takes the option onto Lucas as well. Dola down. That's going to be leaving Rambo all alone to himself to make this defense happen. But it's a 5-2-1, and Tuzen's close the round out.
There we go. That's a big one there for the side of Extenzy. The patience pays off for them. Even though they're getting flashed up and time being bought, Dola got a little impatient underneath the windows. They get the opening pick from Eagle across map. That's huge. So yeah, like you said, 6-3 feels a heck of a lot better for Extenzy than 2-7. So we move into the second half. We swap sides. It will now be Celebe on the blacklist side, and it will be Extenzy on global risk.
Interesting setup from Extenzy. They're going to be sending 3 players out A long, expecting an early aggression on towards A site, but looks like that's not going to happen. Celebe, they don't want to rush this. They're going to be carefully checking each angle, checking each boxes here to not lose their player early on. And maybe if Extenzy decides to just go towards close B side, that option from Shady just didn't land there.
Yeah, we do see 2 OMs from the side of Celebe. Shady is going to grab one alongside Rambo, the typical AWM player for the side of Celebe, as they did have a double stack on a box into the B lobby there, but the players of Extenzy fall back into the B site proper. 3 members begin kind of grouping up in towards mid, maybe setting up for a B potentially, but still the C4 sits in the spawn. Nobody making an aggressive move just yet, so Celebe really taking their time trying to feel out the Extenzy defense.
This is what I like from Celebe. Even though they're posting towards B site, they still leave the C4 and Rambo back in the spawn of Blacklist to check out for any global risk pushing out towards A long, trying to backstep them in the back. And now more flashbangs, more smokes being thrown out to test out the water on towards B, but I don't know. I do have a belief that this might be a mid to A round or mid to B round instead of going straight into the side with just a minute, less than a minute left onto the clock.
Let's see what they want to do. Mid is wide open, and I think, with Lucas there getting that information, you may be right that they might think about trying to take advantage of this open space. Now, of course, it is being watched by Eagle with the AWM from A site, so he's going to have an angle underneath that tunnel in case anybody decides to push on through. And here come the smokes. They're smoking off, flashing into Cat. Now they are going into the B site. Looks like they're going to try to pinch into B indeed. It's a long delayed hit from here. Sun going to get the first, and Silva's down as well. It's a clean entry for the side of Celebe, and now it's a 3v5 retake that Extenzy has to somehow try to pull off.
GDSZ couldn't do anything. The flash is just completely blinding him. So these flashes are also timed by Celebe, and Eagles actually spotted player. LDX switching out towards middle as well. Actually, the retake is going to be coming from the backside. Rambo takes the kill onto Eagle, so that is gone well forever. And now VNC actually does find the kill on Dola. LDX is going to spring down Tuzen to Shady to finish off the round onto VNC. So that's going to be a round onto Celebe.
All right, 7-3 now in the favor of Celebe, and just able to really take their time, really set things up. You can see the players of Extenzy trying to get their team fired up, trying to get them back in this thing. Only 3 more rounds, and Celebe will have taken the map.
Interesting. Celebe picking out 3 OMs here. So I don't know what they're thinking.
It didn't go so good sometimes for Black Dragons. It worked sometimes, it did in others.
Yeah, different teams like different strategies, and Celebe this time around they want to fight long range as they realize the setup. The mid was completely wide open. So if you take an OM to go for an aim duel out towards long A or long B, OM has a better chance of winning compared to AKs or M4. So it looks like they're seeking to get those opening kills through utilizing 3 OMs basically.
Yeah, and I think they were maybe expecting some kind of aggression in the mid based on the way that they're got a couple players eyeing it. But you know, it isn't going to be quite a full commit here from Extenzy. They are going to set up at the catwalk stairs. And now here comes Celebe. Rambo's bouncing in. Is he going to get spotted? Lucas is going to get some information. They're going to try to swing on it. They're going to get all three. Celebe so clean. GDZ tries to respond. It didn't matter. He is able to get two, but he is finally shut down. A 3v1 now. An effort here by GDSZ, but not quite enough to really stall Celebe. Eagles, what do you think? Can he do this?
Possible. He has none, but for Extenzy, this round basically kills their spirit, I believe. They were stacking onto Catwalk A. 3 players posted up there, and you know, when you're stacking a angle, you know, if a enemy player comes through, you have to take the trade kill. No trades happened whatsoever, and GDSC had to come through later on to take the 2 kills, but at the end of the day, it was Celebe to just wipe this one out and put the bomb and get the rounds going. Eagles, though, gets a returning fire onto Lucas, equalizing things out to 1-2. Takes the pot shot, doesn't land the flashman, still does blind him. The pistols, though, can this happen? He finds the headshot, but Dola will finish off the round for Celebe.
I mean, it's just so impressive the way that Celebe gains information and then plays off of it. You know, they use Lucas to check those stairs. It seems like they had a good read on Extenzy's potential, you know, habits in a situation like that where they aren't being aggressive anywhere on the map. There was a trap that was set up and a trap that was identified and eliminated by Celebe. So now it's 8-3, 2 more rounds for Celebe, and they will find themselves a map victory. Looking pretty good right now. A little bit of pressure over towards B, but who else but Lucas doing a great job locking things down with that AK. Finds the first kill. Extenzy still keen to try to push this. Just not able to find the spray. He does have some help from Dola to finish off Silva. So still a 4v3 advantage for Celebe.
Well, this is Alm City. 2 Alms on Extenzy, 3 Alms on Celebe, and Dola also. Alm finds a kill there just briefly, just a couple seconds ago. And now, with the C4 rotating towards Catwalk A, I don't know what's going to happen. They might even decide to post up towards middle here, as middle is not being watched well enough, and there's no utilities being thrown from Global Risk as well.
Yeah, how many players don't have AWMs that are still left in this game, like in this current round? Like,
2 players.
2 players.
Rest is all AWM.
Amazing. VNC being one of them with this AK, and he is going to win his battle against Rambo with a headshot in the long run. That is going to be C4 down, yeah. So they're going to throw some nades at it just in case there was somebody there to back up. That is another characteristic of Celebe. They do usually back each other up pretty well.
Yeah, the back. So that's going to be Celebe smoking off an angle to retrieve the C4 here with a minute left onto the clock. They can do whatever they want to do. They can actually rotate out across here as well, but LDX is going to find a kill onto middle, so that's going to basically open up the whole spot for middle, but Eagles will drop the bomb once again. Oh, that's a sad spot to be in, but Eagles, he's going to be flashed out here, completely blind.
Yeah, they're going to use that opportunity to snag the C4, and it is going to be Dola winning a huge trade in mid against VNC. That opens up his path to the B site. Should be able to get this C4 down. And Eagle, a 1v2 retake. He was good for 2 on the last one. Couldn't quite find the third. Maybe he can get it done this time.
Yeah, especially if Dola is holding onto an AWM as well. I don't know if he has switched out to a AK or an M4 from a dead body. If he wins a duel against Dola, he can definitely take a kill onto LDX and possibly get the defuse here, but the setup from Celebe, they're going to be watching 2 different angles, but they do have an angle to kind of, you know, back each other up at the same time. Oh, he misses that shot there. That was critical.
He didn't get it. He is able to get the repeat, though, and that is going to be the 9th round found for Celebe.
They are just, away.
Yeah, they're steamrolling, dude. It is really looking good for them. They are so good on this map, just like we saw on Ankara yesterday. These guys, they're good maps. They are absolutely nuts. So let's see if somehow Extenzy can stop the bleeding. Again, every round very important for round differential. That matters for your placement in the group potentially. So absolutely, Extenzy is still a lot to fight for, no matter what. Of course, you want to run it back and get to the 9th, round and force OT, but that's a long journey ahead if they're going to be able to do that.
I mean, comeback is still possible, in Crossfire. Technically.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Yeah, comebacks are possible. I've seen people come back from like 9-1.
Yeah, it happens.
Just you have to take 9 rounds straight without losing one.
It's just really not likely.
Yeah, the chances are very tight here for Extenzy, but we'll see what happens. And now Celebe going to be testing out the waters on towards A, tossing out the smokes to possibly, give some wrong information towards Extenzy to rotate towards A. And now the aggression is going to be on towards B side. Silva does put out some good, decent damage onto Lucas. Actually, Silva to take the kill there as well. Silva quite accurate with his shots, but LDX is going to be nading him out.
Yeah, a good grenade here. And it's so far a 1-for-1 trade, but they've got 2 around the corner, and they're doing a great job holding it. 2's in as a double, and it is going to be LDX here trying to spray the corner. Found 1, not able to find a second, not able to even the numbers up. In fact, GDSZ with the pistol is going to put LDX all alone for the side of Celebe, and he has to rotate the heck out of here. Now, let's see if he's going to be able to get over into A in time to get the plant and set up for the retake. Looks like he is going to be offered the opportunity.
He's fine here, but looks like instead of going for the plant here, he's trying to pick off a player rotating back in towards A side, but looks like the shots weren't accurate enough and the player was just moving a little too fast. But the plant is not going to happen. LDX playing this one out with a big brain. He wants to catch up a player, you know, lower down the kill count towards 2-1, but he's going to be caught out by Eagles, and that's going to be another round for Extenzy, keeping them alive, still feeding that oxygen to them.
Yeah, I think trying to just, you know, go out with a bang, and like you said, trying to catch his opponent off guard. Didn't quite work. Got caught there in the spawn, able to be above top spawn and take him down. Now, we'll move on to round 14. Extenzy finally able to find the R side. Wind Eagle comes out with a big pick in the opening in long A doors. So now they're going to rotate right away off of that. Celebe on the back foot here once again early. So now maybe Extenzy starting to settle down, starting to kind of get the feel for Celebe's playstyle.
Celebe should be closing this one out, hopefully, because I think they checked the rounds out to allow Lucas to hit 20 kills there. Big mark, 20. Welcome to the 20 kills club. You know, it happens.
I mean, you never know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's a 4v5 now. Eagles has the arm in his hand, sitting in the same spot behind the truck, getting naded out, but VNC does find a kill onto Shady and GDSC to take a kill onto Lucas, so now their defense is on point. VNC with the 2 kill to shut this round out. This hope is still alive.
Yeah, we're still here. We're still fighting. Now Celebe, maybe starting to sweat a little bit. There are 4 rounds to go for Extenzy. No. They have to win 4 in a row.
They're sitting back and relaxed.
Yeah, I know. I
mean, around.
A little bit. Maybe just, you know, like 1 drop of sweat total. All right, it's early smoke out here deep into Celebe territory. You can see Celebe is actually just going to push on past it. Dola looked at a grenade, didn't take any damage. Really, Celebe's going to try to hard hit this fast and furious. It's going to be a 2-for-2 exchange in favor of Celebe. You do have a player real close outside of the B doors for the side of Extenzy. Looks like they're going to wait this out. C4 should be planted, I believe, here. Indeed, a grenade to cover the window just in case there was going to be an up and over from the side of Extenzy. Oh, no, they're not going to go for the C4 just yet. The Rambo's waiting this out. They're really concerned about somebody popping up.
Somebody popping up, or, you know, they're burning the clock. They have plenty of time to play with, so they're looking to see if Extenzy wants to rotate out from B. You know, as Extenzy could expect Celebe to be rotating out from B and going towards A, so hoping to see that happen. And now Rambo just holding down window, and LDX as well, just going to be posted up there, just chilling, burning the clock here, just waiting for the bomb timer as well. But at the same time, there's a lot of utility left on Extenzy, so the retake is more than possible here.
Yeah. Cue the elevator music while nobody's buzzing. Finally, somebody tries to pop through, and LDX shuts him down. The crossfire good. Rambo gets a 2v1 now for Eagles. Trying to get through this door is extremely difficult, and he can't quite find the pistol shots. Rambo has to switch over to the pistol zone. He's got Dola to back him up, and it's a headshot and the finish here for the side of Celebe. They are going to take the map here. It is going to be Black Widow going their way. A score of 10-5. The finish, and Celebe looked pretty darn in control there, Ben.
Yeah, Celebe playing out of their minds. Every single player. Yesterday was Dola. Today it's Lucas. And maybe next map it's going to be somebody else like Shady, maybe?
Yeah, maybe Shady's due. Yeah.
Shady.
I mean, we know Rambo's good. That's not in question. Everybody's good on this team, in my opinion. Like, the way they play together, like, it's a team game, you know, like we've been saying. And, yeah, really, really good stuff.
The teamwork on Celebe is just on point. Like, they have this, they practice a lot, I believe, and you know, sometimes, I mean, every single team practice too, but Celebe, for them, I don't know what they do, I don't know what they eat, or I don't know what they drink, but something is just special about them. All these timings are on point, all these rotations are on point, flashing your teammate out to an angle, that's on point. We've seen that happen multiple times. Smoking off an angle for your teammate to retrieve the bomb, or, you know, get him out from a danger zone, that's on point as well. So Celebe finally taking this one into their backpack. It was their map pick as well. So 10-5, great score. It would have been better if it was a 10-3 or 10-2. We're yet to see a 10-2 yet, right? In this series?
We might have seen one on day one.
Possibly.
I know we've seen 10 threes.
10 threes we definitely have seen.
Maybe
them.
we have. I can't remember for sure. I'd have to look through the notes again quick. But anyway, I think what's interesting here is, yeah, like you're saying, like the teamwork here is really good. So Shady is the IGL. A lot of